Fake love, real hate.
One West.
But we set apart, nigga.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. Oh, you can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. Fuck a fake friend, show is over, close the curtain. Told you that they loved you, laughed at you when you was hurting. One thing about that UPK, this brotherhood for certain. Dress you up in all black, urge you up to put that work in. Same niggas that was on the block putting that work in. Abandon that lifestyle, cause now I know my purpose. Coming from a place where a black man life is worthless. 400 plus years, yeah, living out them curses. I blame the so-called leaders in the churches. Was supposed to save our soul, instead they led us to the hearses. Backstabbed and betrayed by the people you would die for. Your family ain't family, so-called friends switch sides on you. Crack and take a knee on your neck, whisper and die, boy. So I stay strapped with the Kaepernick, that's the firearm. Gotta watch your back, you know them demons out here lurking. If I don't know shit, then I know one thing for certain, look. They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. They hate you when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you.
I say fuck the fake love and disloyal behavior. Brotherhood is a weapon, but bitch niggas is contagious. Hating your elevation instead of hitting the pavement. Watching your every move and never give motivation. Situational friendships get way with adversity. And these days, just a little bit of your kindness a luxury. I'd rather you keep your distance, be a fuck nigga too close to me. Prefer to fuck with fear nigga than house nigga with notes on me. Get a shirt off my back for devoted niggas with loyalty. I noticed the lack of devoted niggas that's trustworthy if you ain't in no black. Ranked up, I give two fucks for free. Death before dishonor is a must. It ain't no choice for me, I'm bred different. Was never one to die, just bullshit, I'm fed different. Fuck all the information out of pulpits, I'm led different. Been taught to follow a code, Israel law, statutes, commandments, freely given, never sold, nigga. Chill.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to prophets. My nigga serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, what the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed it up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know boy, your ass need to stop and ask you. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to wrong with step. I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace. Just play with your arm. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him talk to the Lord, how dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop, their ass see the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ass see the give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door. Payback is a door. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that when I'm in the cage, it's safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress. She a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold. I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. Yabashim Yahshua Barakatham to the brothers. Yahshua Malatham Bashim Yahshua to the sisters. I'm Priest Officer Parak holding down the Saturday Sabbath service for the ISUPK coming straight out of Arizona. If you're watching online, we'll put it at the very bottom of the screen, our class location. We're at 12416 North 28 Drive in Phoenix, Arizona, 85029. We're in suite number 4. All right, so if you pull up to 28 Drive in Cactus, all right, we're right on the corner. You see our big sign. We got a sign outside that says ISUPK. We're in suite number 4. All right, we got classes every Tuesday through Friday at 7 p.m. and every Saturday we hold our Sabbath service at 11 a.m. All right. Now, if y'all been following us for the past several weeks, past couple months, you'll see that we've been going through the entire Bible in order, right? From Genesis all the way up to Malachi, we'll be reading in order, right? Get a breakdown of the entire so-called Old Testament. Today, we're going to be in Genesis chapter 18 and Genesis chapter 19, all right? Specifically, what we're going to be talking about is the sin of Sodom, all right? The sin of Sodom, all right? If you've been following us, we've been talking a little bit about Abraham, right? Getting into Abraham's story and the Most High making that covenant with our forefather Abraham or Abraham, okay? And what we're gonna find is that we talked about this a couple weeks back, right? When Abraham and Lot they had to split up, all right? Their families were growing to be too big, and so there was some issues with some property lines, basically, right? And so what they had agreed upon is that Abraham would take this lot and Lot would take a separate plot, right? And it ended up being in the land of Sodom and Gomorrah. As we all know today in 2024, Sodom and Gomorrah is infamously known for its heinous sin of homosexuality. All right. Well, we're going to read about that today. We're going to read about why it was such a big deal. Why is, homosexuality now is referred to as sodomy in most places, okay? Named after this state, right? Named after this place, okay? And we're going to find out what happened and what caused them to have such an evil and wicked reputation. We're also going to refute a couple of things that some people will try to say, especially people that are activists for gay rights and things like that. They'll try to say that the sin of Sodom wasn't actually homosexuality; it was other things. But we'll read today that the sin of Sodom, we'll understand today exactly what the sin of Sodom was. And of course, we'll get your precepts and things like that. All right. So with that being said, this being a Sabbath service, we're going to hold it traditionally. So we're going to open up with our prayers. That being said, Imagine, which means to stand. Panyakudan, which means to turn and face the east. All right, we're going to open up with the Lord's Prayer. Right, beginning with the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Alakwaka, Tabaa, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathalanawa, Lacham, Kayawam, Wasalakanawa, Kawabwatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawathinawa, Wala'a, Tabayanawa, Manasawan, Abal, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Raikaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Ha'ala, Bathapara, Laiwalamyum, Aman. Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. We're going to read the Hakak, or the power, the prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'akushai, Nathalanawa Hakak, Hakak Laraba'ah, Kal Maka'ala, or Kal Madawa, Hakak Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak Lakwayam, Hamathium, Hakak Aurakawa, Hatama'ala, Lagar Shun, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Waraman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. We're going to read the prayers to bless Israel, beginning with the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wayashala, Wabayah Saparyam, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Wadaman. Prayers to bless Israel in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Psalms the 121st chapter in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahaharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'im, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Warataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shalamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarach, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Atnapashka, Yahweh, Tazalaki, Yashamar, Taza'afka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'itha, Wa'ai, Abalam. Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yashala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. I'm going to read Psalms the 83rd chapter, beginning with the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Dama Yalaka, Al-Thakarash, Wa-Al-Tashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Awayabyaka, Yahamayawan, Ra'ash, Al-Amaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawada, Wayata, Ya'itazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawada, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yashala, Awada, Kaya, Nawa'itazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Ahawya, Arawam, Wayashama Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wagaryam, Gabal, Waimawan, Waimalak, Palasha, I'm Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zawa, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Zara'a, Kayabyan, Manachal, Kwayashwan, Nashamagwa, Ba'ayan, Da'ra, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayathamwa, Nada, Yabmawa, Ka'irab, Wakaza'aba, Wakazabak, Wakazazal, Mana'ai, Kal, Nasaya Kamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Narasha, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awath, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Tharadapma, Basa'iraka, Salaki, Ka'ash, Taba'ira, Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Thalahat, Haryam, Khan, Tharadapma, Basa'iraka, Wabasa, Wapathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wabahawa, Ayai, Wachaparwa, Wabadwa, Wadaiwa, Kayatha, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, Ayawan, Alkal, Arataza. Psalms 83rd chapter in the English. Keep not thou silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up thy head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Yashala
That the name of Yashala
may be no more remembrance.
may be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
Tabernacles of Edom.
and the Ishmaelites.
The Ishmaelites.
Of Moab,
Moab.
and the Agarim,
Agarim.
Gabal,
Gabal.
and Ammon,
And Ammon.
and Amalek,
And Amalek.
the Philistines,
Philistines.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also is joined with them.
So also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
as to Sisera,
As to Sisera.
as to Jabin,
As to Jabin.
at the brook of Kasan,
At the brook of Kasam.
which perished and endured.
Which perished and endured.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became dung from the earth.
Make their nobles like a red,
Make them over like a red.
and like Zehel.
And like Zahab.
Yea,
Yea.
all their princes as Zabah,
All their princes as about.
and as Amunah,
And as Luna.
who said,
Who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to
the
ourselves
houses of God
the houses of God
in possession.
in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God.
make them like a wheel,
Make them like a wheel.
as the stubble before the wind,
As the smoke before the wind.
as the fire burneth the wood,
As the fire burns the wood.
and as the flame setteth the mountains on
And as
fire.
the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy tempest.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame.
that they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh.
let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea.
let them be put to shame and perish,
Let them be put to shame and perish.
that men may know that thou,
That men may know that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high of all the earth.
art the most high of all the earth.
I'm going to read the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Maga'ala,
Wa Maga'ala.
Wa Lahayim,
Wa
Wa
Lahayim.
Tazabi'ah,
Tazabiyah.
Alawap Yahana,
Alawap Yahana.
Ha'alawapim,
Ha'alawapim.
Hasaranyim,
Hasaranyim.
Akwatazayanyim,
Hakazayayim.
Achayayim,
Hakayayim.
Wa Agwathim,
Wa'agwathim.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Hashem Yahweh Shai,
Hashem Yahushai.
the blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh.
and Yahweh Shai,
And Yahweh Shai.
and Michael,
And Michael.
and the angels,
The angels.
commanding General Yahana,
Commanding General
the generals,
The general.
the captains,
The captains,
the officers,
the officers,
the troopers,
the troopers,
and the sisters.
and the sisters.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
thank you, so be it.
Thank you so much.
Sorry while you're shopping, you can turn to be seated. All right, so once again, we will be in Genesis, the 18th chapter. We're going to begin at verse 17. So I'll read verses 17 through 24. All right, beginning with verse 17, Genesis 18 and 17. Wa Yahweh Amar Hamakasa Anya Ma'arat Slaki Ma'abarham Ashar Anya Aisha, verse 18. Wa Abarham Hayawa Yahaya Lagoya Gadawa Wa Itazawam Wana Barkawa Nam Slaki Wana Barakwa Bawa Call Ha'arataza, verse 19. Kaya Yadaitha Yawa Lama'ain Ashar Itazawa Ath Banyawa Wa'ath Bayathwa Akarwa Washamarwa Darak Yahweh Laishawath Tazadakwa, it's like Tazadaka Wamashapat Lama Ain, Habaya, Yahweh Al, Abarham, Ath, Ashar, Debar, Al Yawah, verse 20, Wayamar Yahweh, Za'ikwath, Saddam, Wa'imara, Kaya, Rabbah, Wakha Tatham, Kaya, Kabada, Ma'ad, verse 21, Arada, Na'a, Wa'ara, Hakataza, Iquatha, Habaha, Alya, Aishawa, Kala, Wa'am, La'a, Adai, verse 22, Wayapunwa, Masham, Ha'anashim, Wayalakawa, Sadama, Wabarham, Awadan Wa, Imad, Lapanya, Yahweh, verse 23, Wayagash, Abarham, Waya Amar, Ha'ab, Thasapa, Tazadayak, Aim, Rashai, verse 24, Awal Ya, Yash, Hamashim, Tazadayak, Ma, Bahawak, Ha'ayar, Ha'ab, Thasapa, Wala'a, Tasha, Lamakawam, Lama'ain, Chamashim, Hatazadayak, Ma, Ashar, Bakarabah. All right, that was verses 17 through 24. We're going to read those same verses in the English, get a good understanding. Once again, we're going to be talking about Sodom and Gomorrah, so we're going to be reading from Genesis 18 and 17 all the way through Genesis 19 and 32. All right, so you can go ahead and get it started. Whoever got me.
Okay. Book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 17, in English. And the Lord said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation.
All right, so what some of y'all might have missed from last week, right, is Abraham's wife, Sarah, she, probably missed a lot of things, right? Abraham, his name used to be Abram, all right? When he was given the blessing, his name was changed to Abraham, all right, which means the father of many nations, all right? Sarah, her name was originally Sarai, all right, but her name was changed when she was given the blessing to Sarah, which is Shara, or a princess, all right, because she was going to be the mother of many nations, right? We understand that, all right? So at this point, Sarah is too old to have any children. If you read up a little bit, it says, give me verse 11 real quick, just so we can read what's happening here.
Book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 11. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with, it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women.
And it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. What's the manner of women? The ability to go into childbirth, the ability to produce it, or to bring forth any children. Okay, that's what a lot of us would call menopause today. All right, and that is just an age where you can no longer produce any children. Yet, no more eggs, nothing. You're done. That's it. All right. And so, we keep reading, right? Give me verse 13. Matter of fact, I'll just give y'all because we got to get through what we're getting through now. But what ends up happening is we just read right that they were well stricken in age, right? She can't have no more children. Abraham old as hell, and so, but the Lord is still promising children to them, like they're still going to have more kids, and so Sarah laughs at the Most High when he says that she's going to produce more children. She's like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to have no more kids. The Lord look at Abraham like, why is she laughing at me? Don't she know that I'm the Most High Yahweh? I can make anything happen. It don't matter if she 1,000 years old, right? And so that's what we're reading about, right? And so now the Lord, this is what we're reading now. It says in the Most High, in verse 17, it says the Most High said, shall I hide from Abraham the thing which I do, seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation? So he's going to say, he's basically what the Lord is saying, I'm not going to hide this. I'm going to show them my power. They still think I'm playing with them. They still think that I can't do the things that I say that I'm going to do. They don't understand my power yet. And that's a lot of people in Israel still here today in 2024. All right. We read about all of this history, but a lot of us still don't understand or appreciate the power that the Most High truly has. Right. A lot of Christians will say, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Right. But they don't understand the power that the Most High has given to Christ to give to you. You don't understand the true might that the Lord has. You think the Lord can't get you out of that terrible situation you're in. You think the Lord can't do nothing for you. You think you got to fight your own battles. But really, you got to understand that you have to lean on the Most High. The Most High said that if your ways please him, there's nothing nobody could do to you. And there's nothing nobody can take from you. And so that's what the Most High is saying here. He said, look, I'm done. These people, this brother and this sister, they don't really understand my might. So now I got to show it to them. I've held my hand for far too long. I'm about to show them something amazing, right? And that's just what the Most High is saying here. But let's keep reading verse. You can read verse 18 again, Salaki.
Verse 18. Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord, to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken of him.
Right. And so understand that the Most High, he's going to, now the Most High is not an idiot. Okay. He's not like you and I. We're idiots. We're dumb. We have terrible judgment. All right. We make terrible decisions. All right. The Lord doesn't make terrible decisions. He chose Abraham because Abraham was a wise brother. He's not going to make a nation out of a fool. All right. And he said that he's going to make a nation out of Abraham because Abraham is going to command his household and his children, and they're going to keep the way of the Most High. That's why he chose him. Remember, that's why he chose Noah. The Most High chose Noah. Why? Because he was perfect in his generations. He knew he was going to keep the way of the Most High. And so the same thing he saw in Noah is the same thing that he sees in Abraham. All right, let's keep reading.
Verse 20. The Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which has come unto me. And if not, I will know.
And this goes to show you something about you wicked, disgusting nations. All right. See, the Most High, he hears the cry he hears the earth cry for your sin. All right. The Most High knows the wickedness and disgusting acts that you filthy, disgusting nations have committed. And he hears these things, and he's going to go down and visit you. And that's what he's going to do to the so-called land of America. All right. He's going to come visit America. The same way you're going to find that he visits Sodom and Gomorrah. By the end of this class, you'll see the judgment for Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. Well, he's going to visit Sodom and Gomorrah. He's going to visit America the same way he visited Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. Because the wickedness of Sodom and Gomorrah cried up to the Most High, where the wickedness of America is crying up to the Most High as we speak. We see it happening. Everywhere we go, you got them then. They done perverted the rainbow that we read about about 10, 12 chapters back, when we saw that the Most High put the bow in the sky to represent that he would not destroy the earth with water anymore. Y'all have perverted that and made it into a damn a pride flag that represents nothing but disgusting sin. All right. The Most High sees these things. You think you don't see these things? He's going to come and visit you the same way he visited Sodom and Gomorrah. Let's keep reading.
Come. Verse 22. And the men turned their faces from thence and went towards Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord. Verse 23.
And now we're going to see the boldness of Abraham. Abraham, you gotta be in good standing with the Lord to do what Abraham's about to do. But Abraham is about to plead with the Most High. All right. He's going to try to convince the Most High to change his mind, or to not necessarily to change his mind, but to change his course of action. Because we understand that at this very point right now in this story, the Lord is ready to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. And we see that the Lord is putting this plan into action, but Abraham goes and he pleads with the Most High. All right. We're going to see what he pleads with the Most High for.
Now go on. Verse 23. And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked?
Now, this is something that we have to understand. Think about Sodom and Gomorrah. Let's think about something for a second. Let's think about it. All right. Sodom and Gomorrah is what you could call a city today. Think about a big city. Let's think of, we're in Phoenix, right? You could think about it like Phoenix, the greater Phoenix area. All right. Which there's millions of people in the greater Phoenix area. Or depending on your city, whatever city you're from, if you're in a major city, think about it like that. Because Sodom and Gomorrah was a major city at this time. All right. Within this major city, I would say, and tell me if I'm wrong, Razan. Tell me if this is fair or not. I would say that out of this entire city, there's probably percentage-wise, there's probably at least 1% good people, righteous people in the city, right?
Yeah, that's close.
It's close, right? Now, think about how disgusting and terrible this city is. I mean, we live in Phoenix. This is a major city in America, but they have their pride festivals, right? The drugs are running rampant. Just step outside these doors and you'll be able to see, right? You'll see the fentanyl crisis that we have out here. All right. Not to mention all of the dispensaries you see on just about every corner out here. All right. The prostitution, just drive up this street, just move up the street just a little bit. You see prostitutes on every corner. And I'm not being exaggerative when I say that.
Especially on 27th.
You go down 27th and you find you a prostitute. All right. And so this place is absolutely filthy and disgusting and full of sin, right? But there is a select few men and women out here that do keep the laws of the Most High, right? And that are righteous, all right? And so as the Most High is making his force on to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, Abraham intervenes. And Abraham, as he poses a very thoughtful question, he says, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Because you're going to destroy this entire city. But what if there's some men there that are not homosexuals, that are not murderers, that are not thieves, that are willing to serve you? If you destroy this entire city, you may be taking out some of the righteous along with it. And he's provoking the Most High to think about this, right? And like I said, you can only do this if you're in good standing with the Most High, all right? Don't go thinking that you could just talk to the Most High any type of way, all right? Because this was a bold move, all right? Let's keep reading.
Verse 24. Peradventure, there be 50 righteous within the city. Will thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein?
Now, I know there's millions of filthy, wicked, disgusting sinners that live in this city. However, what if there's 50 righteous that are willing to serve the Most High Yahweh? Are you willing to destroy those 50 righteous men and women just to destroy the rest of the millions of wicked? It's a good question, right? Let's keep reading.
Verse 25. That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked. That be far from thee.
That be far from thee. What do that mean? Like, what is he trying to say here when he says that be far from me? What do that mean?
It's like they don't. I don't know. So.
Right. So let's read it again. Right. Read it again.
Okay. Verse 25. That be far from thee to do after this manner.
What? So he's making a statement. This isn't a continuation of a statement. This is one statement here saying it would be far from you to do after this manner. Meaning we understand that the Most High is a righteous God, right?
Right.
So we know the Most High is not just going to punish or kill or destroy the righteous just because they're around the wicked, they're mixed in, right?
Right.
That would be like the Most High just destroy. That would be like, and for us in the school, we can understand this. That would be like the Most High destroying Babylon, which is America, and never sending chariots to come and pick us up. That's what that would be far from the Most High. That would be not like the Most High. It's not the God I serve. The Lord I serve, he will destroy America. However, he will send his chariots to come and pick us up so we can escape the destruction because we don't deserve that. We have proven ourselves. And so that's what Abraham's saying. He's saying it will be far from you to just destroy the whole thing. And there's righteous people that live here. And he goes on to say, to slay the righteous with the wicked. He says, shall not the judge of all the earth do right? He the judge. Now, this is dangerous. You walking on eggshells at this point because this is dangerous. All right. This is very reminiscent of what we'll read later on in the book of Exodus when the Most High was about to destroy all of the Israelites and make a nation out of Moses because of their disobedience. Moses had to say, Salakia, sir, but if you do this, the nations are going to look at you like you just brought the Israelites out here to kill them. That'll ruin your reputation. Well, Abraham doing the same thing here. He's saying, look, if I'm just saying, you understand? It's one of them things. I'm just saying, if you're the judge of all the earth, don't you think you should consider this? And that just goes to tell you, ain't nobody like, listen, this is something you have to understand about the God of our Bible, all right? And the God of heaven and earth. The God of heaven and earth is not unreasonable. That's what I want everybody to take away from what we're reading right now. The God of our lives is not unreasonable. Don't you know you can plead with the Most High? Yes, the Most High put you in these positions. The reason why you are in the position you're in, yes, is because of the Most High, because nothing happens without the Most High's consent or order. He ordained it all to happen. However, you can absolutely plead with the Most High to change your situation. You can change the Most High's course of action by provoking him. And I know people take that term provoke and they try to use it in different ways. The provoking that I'm talking about is just pleading with the Most High. And that's the type of God that we serve. You are able to petition your God. That's allowed. We don't serve an unjust, unrighteous God. You know, a judge is somebody that you should be able to petition. You should be able to petition your judge. You should be able to say, well, can you please consider this? Can you please consider this? Well, what about this? You should be able to petition your judge like that. Well, that's what the Most High is. He's a judge of all the earth. And he's a righteous judge. And a righteous judge can be petitioned. And so that's what Abraham is doing. That's what we saw Moses doing in the book of Exodus, right? We see this all throughout the Bible. The Most High can be petitioned, but you have to be willing to do it, and you have to be in good standing with the Most High. He's not going to listen to you if you're a sinner. The Bible tells you that. The book of Proverbs said that he turned away his ear from hearing the prayer of a sinner. So if you want to petition the Most High, you better make sure you're right with the Most High. All right, and Abraham was that. All right, he was given a blessing from the Lord. He's petitioning the Most High. I just wanted y'all to just pay attention to that because there's something that we can learn from what we read. All right, give me verse 26.
Verse 26. The Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes.
So what he's saying, if he finds the 50 people that Abraham just mentioned, if he finds 50 people inside of Sodom and Gomorrah that are righteous and willing to serve the Most High and be upright and perfect, he will not destroy the land of Sodom and Gomorrah. just for 50. He'll spare millions of wicked lives just for 50 righteous men. Keep reading.
Verse 27. Abraham answered and said, Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes.
And see, this is another thing. This is a key. See, the scriptures in Paul's writings say, the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. We should learn from this. This is how you are to approach the Most High. You should talk to the Most High like this. Understand your position. Don't come from a pompous position like you are owed something from the Lord. Understand that the Most High fashioned you from the womb. Like you're nothing without the Most High. And so he's acknowledging that. He, in his request, he's staying humble and he's saying, I know I'm but ashes. I know I'm nothing but the dust that you formed me from. I understand that. Right? Keep going.
Verse 28. Peradventure, there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous.
So he's saying now, what if there's 5? So what if it's not 50? What if you can't find 50, but you can only find 45? Right? Go ahead.
Wilt thou destroy all the city for a lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it.
Okay, so now he's going down the line. He said, okay, if there's 45, I won't destroy it. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 29. And he spake unto him yet again and said, Peradventure, there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I would not do it for 40's sake.
Now he's going down. He's going down 5 at a time. He said, what if there's only 40 there, though? He's like a child asking their father a question. You know what I mean? And this is the relationship you can have with your father. As long as you're in his good graces, you can have this type of relationship with your father. All right? This is just a child asking his daddy some questions. All right? Keep going.
Verse 30. And he said unto him, oh, let not the Lord be angry.
And now this is rightfully so, because now you're starting to push it. All right, now you're starting to push it. Now it's like at this point, it's like, all right, come on now. You're asking too many questions. This is when most parents would be like, oh, hey, shut up, that's enough. You understand? That's when most parents would be, but the Lord is long suffering. And so, but Abraham knows his position. So he says, please don't be upset with me, but I do have another question. They keep going.
And I will speak. Peradventure, there shall be 30 found there.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure, there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake.
Go ahead.
And he said, oh, let not the Lord be angry.
This always cracked me up because he know he walking on like thin ice at this point. You know, you questioning the Most High a little bit too much. Yeah, like I said, it's like when you in the grocery store with your parents and you just start asking for this, that, and the third. At first, like, no, you can't have that. The second thing, like, no, I just said you can't have that. Right? The third thing would be like, hey, look, stop asking me no goddamn questions. Shut up. And if they still go past that, it's about to be, all right, you know what? Go back to the car. You understand? Because it's once again, it's a son dealing with a father. Now, of course, like I said earlier, the Lord is not, he doesn't lack patience like the rest of us do. We do that type of stuff. All right. We run out of patience. All right. With our children, the Lord don't run out of patience. And so, but at the same time, Abraham is not usurping or not. That's not the word. What's the word that he's not taking advantage of that. He's not taking advantage of the Lord's patience. And so he's remaining very humble while still trying to achieve his goal. A lot of you kids could listen, if y'all could do this, y'all might be able to get more out of your parents. If you could just act like Abraham is acting and understand, I know I'm just a kid. I know I'm not really much. I don't want you to be angry. I want to know if I can, that's all you got to do. And sometimes your parents might, I'm just saying, y'all children, y'all might have something to learn from this. But point being is that Abraham understood his position, and he's asking these questions very gracefully and righteously. He's not asking for nothing unrighteous. He's asking for something very righteous. This is brotherhood. You could teach a whole brotherhood class on this right here, because he's looking out for if there could possibly be some righteous brothers and sisters in this land, he doesn't want them to have to die with the rest of these wicked bastards. Okay, keep reading.
And he said, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure, 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake.
He said, if there's just 10 people there, I won't destroy it. And that's the Lord trying to have mercy. He's trying his damnedest to have mercy on this land just for 10 people. So if he could find 10 righteous people, he won't destroy this land. All right. And that's out of millions. All right. Give me verse 33.
Now, verse 33. And the Lord went his way. As soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place.
All right. Now we see if you just find 10 righteous people in Sodom and Gomorrah, this place will be saved. Well, let's get now go to 19:1.
Okay. Genesis chapter 19, verse 1. And there came 2 angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground.
All right, and so now these are 2 angels that are coming to Lot's house. Remember, we talked about this earlier, right? Lot lives in Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, he lives in the land of Sodom. All right, and so these angels came to the gate of Sodom, right, to the border. And Lot lived right on the border. Remember, when we read a few chapters ago, we read that Lot, he had to separate from Abraham's Abraham's plot of land, and he ended up being right at the border of Sodom. All right. We read that, I believe, in chapter 16, in Genesis 16, I believe, right? And so he's right at the border. So now he sees these angels standing at the gate, right? And so he understands who they are. He rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself toward the ground, right? Verse 2.
So that's a question. How would it's like? How did Lot know that these were angels?
Well, I said that wrong. I wouldn't say that he knew that they were angels. We can't say that he knew that they were angels. That's like when Paul said that some have entertained angels unawares. Lot, from what we can gather from this, what we do know is that Lot was very hospitable. All right, and that these people had came to visit him. Whether or not he knew that they were angels, we can't actually call it. You get what I mean? Because as we read throughout this context, we know Lot knows that he needs to take care of them, but that could be just because he's very hospitable. It could just be that. But regardless, it's never really any way for sure to know whether or not you're entertaining an angel or not. That's why Paul says what he says, and I believe it's in the book of Thessalonians. You entertain angels unawares. All right.
Guys, verse 2. And he said, behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the street all night.
Right. So once again, he's being extremely hospitable. All right. And he's saying that he wants you, like, hey, listen, man, y'all come in, kick your feet up. You know what I mean? Take a shower if you need to, anything you need. All right. I kick my kids out the room. You can have their room. All right. Whatever the case, right? You can lodge in my place. All right. But they like, no, we're not going to do that. All right. We're not. And just so y'all can understand what's happening right now is the Lord sent these angels down here to prove Sodom. This is what's happening right now. All right. These angels, anytime that you see an angel be sent down from the Most High is because they're here to do a job. And so the reason why they decided they're not going to stay inside Lot's house is because they needed to make themselves be seen in the land, to be seen in Sodom. So that's why they saying, we're not going to go inside your house. Just know that we're here, but we'll stay in the street all night. All right. Keep going. Go ahead.
So would Lot be telling them, say Lot seeing his brothers, he see them, could it be like he's seeing us getting late? he know how Sodom is, so he might be trying to like, hey, brother, just come in top my crib and chill, because he like, like how Sodom gets. It's about to be dark.
Right,
you know, and know how those people get out there. He's like, in his mind, he's trying to protect these two brothers who's coming into town. Might not know the area.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. It's possible that could be what it is. Once again, he understands something about their position, right? Because he's calling them lords, right? And he's saying, I'm your servant, right? So he understands something about their position. It could just be a brotherhood thing, because it never really expressly says whether or not Lot understood that they were angels or not. But for sure, he understands Sodom. He does know that. So what you're saying is definitely, you can put that in here, because that's exactly what he's like when we read the next verse, you'll find that he's really like, hey, look, I know y'all don't know where y'all at, but y'all really should just come inside the crib, because you don't want to be out here. So what you're saying is true. Keep reading. We'll read that right now.
God. Verse 3. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him and entered into his house.
So he's like, look, I know y'all saying y'all don't want to come in. And it's almost like y'all ever invited, like somebody come to your city or whatever, right? And you're like, yeah, man, you can stay at my crib. Nah, I don't want to. It's all good. I don't want to, what do they say? I don't want to intrude, That's kind of like what these angels do. We like, no, listen. Come stay with me. I don't know this area. Just come in. So he pressed upon them greatly, and they gave in, right? They turned in unto him and entered into his house. Go ahead.
Okay. He made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. Verse 4. But before they lay down,
so before the end of the night, right? Go ahead.
The men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. So now
this is how now remember I said we was going to talk about the sin of Sodom, right? Like I said, a lot of people will try to in the quest to try to save homosexuals while still using the Bible. They try to say that the sin of Sodom was not homosexuality, but what we're going to find here in Genesis the 19th chapter is that the sin of Sodom was very much homosexuality. And we'll read that in just a second, but now what we just read is absolutely important, is key in understanding the context about what's about to take place here. All right. The men of Sodom, before these brothers could even lay down and go to sleep for the night, the men of Sodom, both old and young, you got these old ass men and you got these young ass men. They surround Lot's house because they know that these two men are there, right? Go ahead.
God. All the people from every quarter, verse 5. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them.
That we may what?
That we may know them.
That's what they said. They said, look, where are them two cats? We saw them come in your house. Hey, look, we want you to bring them out to us so that we may know them. What does that term mean? Know, it means to lay down with, to fornicate with. I don't know how much better to say it than that. That's what they're talking about. This is the sin of Sodom. Right, this is how they was, and this is Lot understood. Once again, Lot understood where he was living at. Ain't no grown man. There is no grown man that goes to a place and dwells there and doesn't understand the place that he's in. All right, Lot understood that this place was like this. Okay, so he understood these types of people, and so when they come to the door, they're like, "Hey, look, it's a mob of them too, old and young." And they say, "Look, bring them two cats that just came into your house. Bring them out here so we can lay down with them." Keep going.
God. Verse 6. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly.
And so now what he does is he opens after he opened the door, he see what's going on. He comes outside of his house. He shuts the door behind him, just to give you a little bit of visual. All right. So then now he's outside with this angry mob of nasty homos that are trying to sodomize these two brothers. And he says, I pray you, which means I beg, right? I'm begging y'all, don't do this, right? Keep going.
Verse 8. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof.
So now, because this brother was so hospitable, and because he understood that he had a duty to protect these men that he knew had some sort of high stature, right? These are angels of the Lord. All right. He offered his daughters, his young daughters that were virgins. All right. He said they had not known man. He said, I'd rather you do that than to take these 2 men that have come under my house for protection and to sodomize them, right? That's a level of hospitality that I don't understand myself. I'm saying I'm not that hospitable, Salaki, but this brother was that way. He was that hospitable. He understood the weight that he had to carry by, taking these 2 men into his house. All right, keep going.
Verse 9. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge.
Mm-hmm.
Now will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door.
Right, and so now this is what's happening. All right, I'll break this down in English because this is the King's English, and it's very hard to follow at times, right? So what they said is, they said, stand back, and they said again, this one fellow came into sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. What they're saying is this cat Lot come to sojourn among us, like he's not a sodomite, meaning he's not a part of this city. He just came to sojourn, like to stay here for a little while. He's not one of us. And he thinks that he's going to be a judge. Like he thinks he can make decisions around here. No, you in our territory. That's what these sodomites are telling him. And so they pressed sore upon Lot. They said, we're going to deal with you too. So now they're threatening to sodomize Lot as well. And so they said, we're going to deal with you worse than what we was going to do with them. So they pressed upon, that's a lot of people, and they press upon Lot. Because remember, he's standing at the door like, hey, y'all cannot come in here. So they pressing on him, and they're trying to break that damn door down, right? Keep going.
Verse 10. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door.
Right, and so them angels, right, they came and they pulled Lot into the house to save him, right? Go ahead.
Verse 11. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness.
And so the angels, they smote the men, all the men that came to try to sodomize Lot in his house. The angels smote them with blindness, right? Meaning they all couldn't see. Keep going.
Both small and great, so that they worried themselves to find the door.
When it says they wearied themselves to find the door, meaning it was tiresome for them to look for the door. They couldn't see. And as they blind, they still they're like, damn, what's happening? I still want them in though. Like that's how nasty and disgusting that demon is of what does Cap call it? He calls it Leviticus. What does it call it? Leviticus, yeah. Because you can't say nothing about them on YouTube or Facebook. They'll take your video down. You got to call them Leviticus. And they're probably going to stop letting you say that too. All right. But regardless, that's how nasty and disgusting. They will do anything to satisfy their lust. They got smoked with blindness. They still trying to find a door. They still want to find the door and go lay down with these men. That's what they want. Go ahead.
That's like hard to like imagine. Like you got something happened to you and they're happy for just become blind. And now the only thing on your mind is I still gotta have sex with those men though.
Right.
That's kind of like
that's what I'm saying. And think about think about that type of demon. There's a demon that knows something is terribly wrong with you, but you still going like you just got smoked with blindness. Something's terribly wrong right now. You can't see out of nowhere, but you still gotta. I'm trying to not be vulgar. You still have a lust to lay down with these random men that you just like. This is nasty. This is a nasty, disgusting demon. And there are demons that are worse than others. And I believe and have seen to be, especially when we see these examples, this is one of the most violent demons that have ever existed. Violent. That's a violent demon. And think about it. For you to lose your vision, the thing that causes you to navigate your entire life from the day that you've been born, you lose that. The thing that you would think, you'd be like, oh shit, hold on, what's going on? I'm dropping to my knees, like digging in my eyes, trying to make sure, But the only thing they can think about is laying down with these men. That's a nasty demon. Anyway, let's keep reading.
Verse 12. And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city? Bring them out of this place.
And this is when these angels understood, hey, this was all we needed to see. Remember, I told you at the beginning of this chapter that these angels was sent to scope out Sodom and Gomorrah from the Most High. Remember, right before this, we read that Abraham had pled with the Most High, look, if you could find 10 righteous people in this city, just 10, can you spare the city? The Most High said, yeah, I'll spare the city. If I can find 10 people, yeah, I'll spare the city. He knew it wasn't going to find 10. You understand? And so then directly after that, the Most High sends these angels to come down, all right, in the form of men, and they came to scope out this city to see whether or not it was worthy of salvation, whether it needed to be destroyed or whether it was worthy to be saved and be spared. At this point, what we're reading right now, these angels understood my mission is done. I can see for a certainty, for a surety, that this place does not deserve to be saved. I just came here for 2 minutes. Let's be fair and say 30 minutes to an hour, right? Because Lot made them some bread and had them sit down to eat. I just came and had a meal at this place. And by the time I was done with my meal, I couldn't even lay down and get some rest. You got people banging at this man's door to come and sexually assault me. Oh yeah, this place gotta go. You understand? That's and so they understood their mission was done. So what did they say? They said, look, they told Lot, they said, look, you got anybody else in this house? How many people are here? You got to get them all together and let's get the hell up out of here because the Lord is going to destroy this place. Keep going.
Verse 13. For we will destroy this place because the city of them is waxing great.
The cry of them.
It's like because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spake with his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city.
Now, if you could, can you hold where you at? But just give me Deuteronomy, the 23rd chapter real quick, because I want to show you something about what we reading, all right?
Deuteronomy 23rd?
Yeah, Deuteronomy, the 23rd chapter. I just want y'all to, this is the most infamous story in the Bible that pertains to the LGBT community, all right? And to this day, we still use the term sodomy to talk about homosexuals, all right? Read Deuteronomy 23 and 17.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
So what does it mean to be a sodomite? It's not talking, see, because it says of the sons of Israel. So it means it's talking about the men. Why is it using that term sodomite?
Because homosexuality that went on.
Right, because of Genesis, the 19th chapter. Let's always remember Genesis, the 19th chapter. When we talk about homosexuality, you have to talk about Genesis, the 19th chapter. And this is where you can understand Genesis, the 19th chapter. What we're reading is the epitome of what it means to be a homosexual. All right, because we talking about the violence. We talking about the lust. We talking about the loss of I don't say loss. I say that the pure primal desire to just fulfill your lust. Like that's when you go into Genesis the 19th chapter, you can identify and address every single demon that goes on in the mind of a member of that community. You understand? And so when it says, now this is why I'm bringing out this scripture, right? Deuteronomy 23 and 17. Read it one more time.
Okay, Deuteronomy 23, verse 17. There should be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
So what does it mean to be a sodomite? We said it's talking about that the act of homosexuality, right? Well, a lot of people, I've had this argument actually far too many times, right? But a lot of people will try to say that the Bible is not actually against homosexuality. And that'll be your new age Pentecostal Christians. A lot of those guys and girls, they will try to utilize the Bible to say, I can still be saved by Jesus. And Jesus says you can love who you can love. And there's actually nothing against homosexuality in the Bible. Now, you think you're talking to somebody low level, which you are, but don't underestimate them, because a lot of them cats, they'll get into like textual criticism and they'll say that, well, in the book of Leviticus, when it says thou shalt not lie down with mankind as with womankind, they'll say what? What do the homosexuals try to say that actually means?
That I heard it before, I can't remember.
They try to say that what we always go to in Leviticus 20 is talking about laying down with a child. It's talking about pedophilia. That's what they try to say.
I heard that.
Yeah, that's what they try to say. And even when it talks about the sin of Sodom in the Bible, they try to say that that's actually not talking about homosexuality. It's also talking about like murder and thievery and things like that. So the perfect cut for somebody, and this isn't something you'll run into a million times. This would be something you might, in your life as a priest, you might run into this once or twice. I've ran into it a couple times. When somebody tries to make that argument with you, always go to this scripture, because it says there shall be no sodomite of the sons of Israel. And when you go into the definition, that's where your Strong's Concordance comes in beautifully. It shows you that being a sodomite is to be a homosexual. That's what that means. The sin of Sodom is homosexuality. That's the sin that they committed. Brother, there are a million sins that the Canaanites committed. They committed all man. I mean, think about it. Murder, thievery, adultery, all of these things. They're just known for being idol worshipers. Sodom is known for being homosexuals. You understand? That's the sin of Sodom. And that's why we go through all throughout this Bible and we find that the Lord is not okay with that act. All right. But I'm just showing you this because understand and that's got to be a bad thing, because they was thieves and murderers, and they were idolaters, right? They dealt with all types of other guys. But the one thing that they're known for in history and in the Bible, in being called a sodomite, means that you're gay. That's crazy. You have something, Mark?
No, I was gonna say, just that spirit of can't put it the Leviticus. Like I said, it's so, as you said before, it's so violent. Like we see them, in chapter 19 of Genesis, them wanting to, like they said they're going to do worse to Lot than they're going to do to the angels.
Right.
And just, I know we see it all throughout YouTube and Twitter, how these Leviticus men act. And then being in security, I've seen if every race that have that demon,
mm-hmm.
think that they can attack a woman because they feel like they are a woman or whatever.
Right.
One of my greats, when the thing I had my biggest encounter doing security in Tucson at an office, an Edomite woman, asked the Edomite man who was a BTQ, said, "Hey, I do chiropractic. I do chiropractic here. I need to be quiet. Can you not talk so loudly?"
Mm-hmm.
He immediately went off and threatened the woman.
Right.
So of course, during security, I had to come down. Once when she called me, said, "Hey, it says right here, this area needs to be quiet." He said, "Oh, I'm waiting for my partner." that's cool. You have to wait for your partner there.
Yeah.
He started trying to attack me. I said, all right, I can call the police, and I'll have you so that you never come back on this property again.
Yeah.
I don't care who you're here with. You won't step foot back on here.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing after that, after he couldn't intimidate me, was to try again to intimidate the Edomite woman who was elderly. You know what I'm saying? She's an old woman. You know, she had to be in her 50s, 60s. She had to be in her 50s. And I was like, how you gonna sit here and assault an old woman?
Right.
Go after an old woman for just asking politely, can you not be so loud? It needs to be quiet over here for me to do my job properly without, hurting this person from sticking needles in.
All right. Yeah, and that's their mindset, and that's why I've always said it's a mental illness, but it's not, and that seems harsh, but honestly, that's just a way. Like that's a way that I sympathize for you. You got a mental illness, but that thing can be cured. You understand? Like we cast out demons, and that's all that is just a demon. For you to behave yourself that way, and like that's why the book of James, the first chapter, says that the Most High doesn't tempt any man, but every man is tempted when he gives into his lusts. Everybody fighting some battle. You understand?
Right.
Well, you better fight yourself. The thing is like with them cats in Genesis the 19th chapter. We'll read back, but with them cats in the 19th chapter of Genesis was going through. They had demons on them, and they didn't want to fight the demons. They wanted to fight to do what the demon said. And them demons saw them two men come into that household, and they said, "Yeah, you got to go get them." And that was the major demon that all of Sodom had. They all had it, and that's why they known for that. That's why the whole town come out, old and young, came out to surround that house just for two men. You understand? And then, like you said earlier, when Lot was like, "Nah, y'all can't have them. I'd rather give you my daughters than for you to have these two angels." They was like, this man think that he could be a judge in our city. Matter of fact, hey, we're going to get you too. That's a tough one, so lock it. Right? We're going to get you, and we're going to deal with you worse than we would have dealt with them. That's how nasty that demon is, right? And for a lot of them people, a lot of them, I don't want to get cut off of YouTube, right? But what do you say? The what is it? Leviticus, right? That community, for a lot of them, they have that same demon. That's why what you was talking about earlier, they have a thing in their brain that can't nobody tell them nothing. Period. You understand? And that's the same problem that them people in Genesis 19 had. Let's keep reading in Genesis 19.
Book of Genesis, chapter 19, verse 14. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, "Up, get you out of this place, the Lord will destroy this city."
Mm-hmm.
But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, "Arise, take thy wife and thy two daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city."
And this is very reminiscent of Revelation, the 18th chapter. Let's read that. Matter of fact, just hold that and give me Revelation, the 18th chapter. Give me Revelation, the 18th chapter. This is very reminiscent of what we read when it talks about Babylon and us leaving Babylon, right? Give me Revelation 18 and I think I want verse 4.
Verse 4?
Yeah.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin."
That you what?
That ye be not partakers of her sin.
This is a warning, right? Just to give you an understanding, right? Revelation 18 chapter is about the new Babylon, mystery Babylon. And this is the Most High, or angel of the Most High, warning the children of Israel inside of Babylon to flee out of Babylon mentally, right? To not be partakers of her ways, to not be consumed in her iniquity. Keep going.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
And that ye what?
That ye receive not of her plagues.
So why was the angel of the Most High telling the children of Israel to come out of Babylon? That we receive not of her plagues. Take me back to Genesis 19 and read that again. Read the end of verse 15.
Book of Genesis 19, verse 15. Lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city.
Right. The angels told Lot, get the hell out of this city, because if you don't, you'll be consumed in the iniquity of this city. What does that mean? You'll be consumed in the iniquity of this city. The Most High is going to rain fire and brimstone down on this city, Sodom and Gomorrah. And if you don't get out and you want to stay here and be with them, you will die the same way they will die. You'll be consumed with their iniquity. And that's what the Lord is telling us to do with Babylon. The Lord is telling us to get out of Babylon spiritually, mentally, not physically, right? But spiritually. Because if we don't, and we want to assimilate with these people, we will be consumed with the brimstone that the Lord is now going to rain down on Babylon. And that brimstone that's talked about is that thermonuclear warfare that we'll find is coming very, very soon. Coming soon to a city near you. That is coming. You understand? If you know anything about what's going on between the United States and Russia and all of and India and China, oh my goodness, you'll find that that's coming very soon. And the Lord is telling you to separate spiritually from this place so that way you don't get involved in the iniquity. Because if you don't separate, you will be destroyed with the brimstone that the Most High is going to rain down on Babylon. All right, let's keep reading.
Verse 16. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters. Mm-hmm. The Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. Uh-huh. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, escape for thy life. Look not behind thee.
And this is spiritual, right? Now, this is physically happening in the time of Sodom, right? And this is happening this is not an allegory. This is actually an historical event. However, what's happening is spiritual, because the Most High is being merciful unto Lot and his family. He could have just destroyed all of them, right? But he's being merciful to Lot and to his family. And he's giving them instruction. He's saying, when you come out of this land, because they know it's about to be destroyed, when you leave out of this land, don't look behind you. Keep going.
Neither stay thou in all the plain.
And don't try to stay in the plain. Don't try to kind of like be there, but not be there. Don't try to like look on from a ways back. So you still kind of inside them, but you're not inside them. Nah, keep running. Go the other way, right? And don't look back. Keep going.
Okay. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed.
Lest thou be consumed. This is what the Most High told Lot and his family. Now, like I said, this is physical in this time, but now in today, it's very spiritual. When you come out of the world, now Sodom is representative of the world. What is the world? The world is life without the Most High. The world is sin. It's iniquity. It's living life lawlessly, all right, outside of the Bible. When you come into the truth, you leave the world. That's what we're saying here. That's the terminology that we use, right? When you come into the truth, you've left the world behind, all right? Why did you leave the world behind? Because the world was going to be destroyed. We understand that Babylon is going to be destroyed. We understand that. That's in the Bible. That's part of what brought us out of the world, because we don't want to be destroyed, right? And so when you come into the truth, the Lord tells you, don't look back. Don't look back at the life that you had. See, demons are trying to get you to look back at the life that you used to have and make it seem sweet to you. Damn, I used to be able to do whatever I want. I didn't have to follow no orders. I could smoke weed. I can get high. I could do whatever I want. I could deal with any woman I want. I could do anything I want to do. I don't have any responsibility. Demons are trying to make that look sweet to you, right? The Lord is telling you not to listen to those demons. The Lord tells you, don't look back. You got to separate yourself from Babylon. Don't get caught up in this 2024 election. I bet you love you some Kamala Harris, don't you? You love Kamala Harris. Lil Jon performed at the DNC. That looks so sweet to you. You missed them days when you used to party. It looks like party in the USA. You want to go out and vote, don't you? Listen, the Lord is telling you, don't look back. Because them demons are trying to take your mind back to the days when you used to be so-called free, when it wasn't freedom at all. But he'll try to make you believe that that's what your life used to be. He'll make you forget about all of the pain you used to have. He'll make you forget about how terrible your life actually was. He'll try to make it seem sweet to you. The Lord is telling you, don't look back. And I'm going to show you why that's important, right? The next thing, Salaki, before we keep reading, it also said, neither stay thou at all in the plain. Why? Because even though you might not so-called be looking back, you might be trying to straddle the fence a little bit. That's what that plain is. The Lord told you to go all the way to that mountain, get away from Sodom so you can escape the destruction that's coming to Sodom. Some of us want to stay in that little plain. You don't want to go all the way to the mountain. Because if you want to go back, you still want to be, if there's a chance that you might be able to go back, you just want that chance. You want to be able to go back if you can. That's straddling that fence. The Lord telling you, don't straddle that fence. What did he say in the book of Revelation? Christ said it himself. He said, if you're lukewarm, I'll spit you out of my mouth. I'd rather you be hot or cold. But if you're lukewarm, you're straddling that fence, I'll spew you out of my mouth. The Lord don't want you to be like that. He wants you to be one way or the other. Either stay in Sodom or get destroyed, or go to that mountaintop and watch Sodom get destroyed from afar, and you'll be saved. Let's keep reading.
Verse 18. And Lot said unto them, oh, not so, my Lord. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast shewed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Verse 20. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live.
And so this all that's happening right now is that Lot is pleading with the Most High, like, hey, that looks like a long journey. I would like to make it to this city. It looks like it'll be easier for me to get here so that way I can live, right? That's what he's just pleading with the Most High. But we'll get to the point in just a second. Keep reading.
Verse 21. And he said unto him, see, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also. I would not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou come thither. Therefore, the name of the city was called Zoar.
So now the Most High accepted his plea. He said, I understand you don't think you can make it to that mountain. You can come to this city. But hurry up and get to this goddamn city so I can do what I got to do. Right? Keep going.
Okay. Verse 23. The sun was risen up upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven.
What is brimstone? What is that?
Like sulfur.
Yeah, sulfur. It's good. It's in the Hebrew. It's called gaparyath. It's called gaparyath. When you go into the lexicon, you find that this is meteorites. Meteorites coming throughout the sky. That's what the Most High destroyed Sodom with. All right, he rained that. That's what that fire coming out of the sky is. And so, but of course, Lot had to make it right. Now, what's important about the Lord destroying Sodom with fire and brimstone? Well, in the same manner, the Most High is going to destroy Babylon with fire and brimstone, except this time it's not going to be meteorites coming out the sky. Prophecy tells us that it'll be nuclear war. All right, nuclear warheads dropping down on America, destroying this place. And we understand this, according to the book of Zechariah, the 12th chapter, it's going to have to be nuclear. Why? Because there's going to be radioactivity. People's eyeballs are going to be melting out of their brain. It's a lot here. Tongues are going to melt away in their mouth. Like it's going to be a whole lot of radioactivity. Now, why is this important? Well, when we go into prophecy, we understand that America is the new age Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what America is. America is spiritually Sodom, is spiritually Egypt, and is spiritually Babylon. Those are the three things you always want to remember when we talk about America. And it has the traits of all three. All right. The sin of Sodom is extremely and heavily prevalent in America. The sin of Egypt, which is the slavery of the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, or the slavery of the Israelites, that's heavily prevalent in America. And then, of course, we see the same thing with Babylon, the treatment of Black and Hispanic people, of course, alongside the slavery. All right. All of those things, all of those characteristics are prevalent in America, and that's why America in the book of Revelation is considered mystery Babylon. It's considered spiritually Egypt and Sodom. And so us reading about this, it gives us a little bit of a foresight to understand what the Most High is going to do to America. The same thing that we see here is going to happen to America, except instead of it, once again, instead of it being meteorites and being sulfur being rained out the sky, it will be nuclear warheads. All right, let's keep reading. Go ahead.
Because you know what I'm saying, what's crazy about you saying that that we know that America is also mystery Babylon. A lot of Christians, I've seen plenty of Christian podcasts and videos and things like that on mystery Babylon. A lot of them all come to the conclusion that America is the mystery Babylon. Yeah, for some reason they still can't. What I'm looking for? For some reason they still can't see that who the true children of Israel is.
Mm-hmm.
So like, on one hand they can be like, oh yeah, America is definitely Babylon. But then on the other hand they still be like, well, the Jews are still the so-called Jewish, but still the real Jews.
Right. Which wouldn't make any sense, because according to prophecy, that mystery Babylon would contain the children of the lost tribes of the children of Israel. So that would mean that the Israelites have to be here somewhere. Yeah. But of course, they don't. This is the thing about people that, especially Christians that study the Bible, and they'll take things like that. You can't make mystery Babylon anything other than America. This is the whore that sitteth upon many waters. This is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. We all understand that, but the problem is that Christians and many other people will pick and choose what they want to believe. See, we take the good with the bad, the evil with the wicked. The evil with the righteous, right? All of those things that are in the Bible, we take it, and whether it benefits us or not, we have to go by what it says. Okay? Deuteronomy 28 don't benefit us. You think we talk about the curses all day because that's a good thing, like we love that? No, we take the good with the bad. You think that we talk about the plight that our people have gone through because we like it? No, right? That's why we don't spend all day talking about how great we are. We don't do that. We don't spend all day talking about how great of a people we've been. We've been terrible, wicked people. But the thing is, with us, we're not biased. All right, so we are very we're open to understanding that the Bible is not all it's not a fairy tale. It's not all unicorns and dandelions. It's some terrible things in here, and we're willing to understand that all of this applies to us, whether it's bad or good. Christians, on the other hand, will say, yeah, this is Babylon, but now what? Let's say America's Babylon, but then now what? You're still going to beat the hell out of every black man that you see on the street. You're still going to hate the Mexicans. You don't want them to cross the border and have a better life for themselves. You don't love the Native Americans because you won't give them none of their land back. You understand? They pick and choose. They say love your neighbor, but they hate black people. All right? They pick and choose everything that they want to out of the Bible, which is why they're hypocrites and why Christ talked about them. Those are the true Sadducees and Pharisees. They know the law. They understand the way this Bible reads and what they're supposed to be doing and what they're not supposed to be doing. They just don't care. They care to use it for what they've been using it for the past 400 years, and that's just to push their agenda. That's all they want to do with it. So anyway, but we can keep reading. We got to go to the 32nd verse, so we can keep reading.
Look at Genesis chapter 19, verse 25. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt.
Mm-hmm. His wife, who this is talking about Lot's wife, don't be like Lot's wife. She looked back. You know why she looked back? And not only did there's two reasons, right, that she got turned into a pillar of salt. Why she got punished for looking back. Go ahead.
I say one is disobedience.
Right. Absolutely.
They were told not to look back to get to that city.
Right.
And so, but she disobeyed and she turned around and looked back.
Right.
I'll say the other reason is because she missed that place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I guess to her, if they've been there for a while, so it's like home.
Mm-hmm.
And so she want to look back and get that one last glimpse of her time, of her home being destroyed.
Right.
But once again, like I said before, that's still disobedience to the Most High.
Right. If the Lord told me, I'm going to destroy Babylon, don't look back at it because I'm going to give you a better place. And I got to run that way. And all I got to do is just don't look back. That's all I'm going to do because I hate this place. Because I truly hate what America stands for. I hate everything about it. I hate how they've treated my people. I hate what they do to try to push these false doctrines on my people. I hate everything about them. And so if the Most High told me that, I'm not looking back. The only reason I would look back is if I actually did care for what America stands for. If I do like some things about America. If I don't actually care that they have my people in captivity, if I don't actually care that they are the most sinful nation in the earth, if I don't actually care about that, I might want to look back. And see, the problem with Lot's wife was this. And a lot of people, I won't even just put it on sisters. A lot of people are so complicit in being around sin that they get used to it. And then they start to take a liking to it. Like, that's why I brought up the Kamala Harris thing, right? Because, okay, you ain't got, it's going to sound crazy, but you don't have to be a part of the community to love the community. A lot of these people that are the Democrats of today, right? They love the homosexual community because to them, in their mind, it represents freedom. Like to them, it represents that you can be who you want to be, you could do what you want to do, and can't nobody stop you. And so that is something that, and I didn't want to single out women, but that's something that a lot of women have succumbed to. They have succumbed to, like, that's what freedom is. That's why they have all these gay friends and things like that, because that's what they desire. That's what most women desire, is like utmost freedom. Do whatever you want to do without any consequences. And so most people that are in America today, 99% of people that are in America today actually love America, even if they talk bad about America. Even those like super leftists who be like, America's corrupt, this, that, they love America still. They still love it because they'll still say that this is the greatest place, that, and the third. And they love what America stands for and all of that. And so if you told 99% of people that America is going to get destroyed and all they had to do was run that way and don't look back, they're going to look back because they still love what this place stands for. And Lot's wife still loved what Sodom stood for, because guess what? Sodom was a lawless country, a lawless city. You could do whatever you wanted there. You understand? And the Lord don't want you looking at lawlessness in that way. You should hate lawlessness. Like, genuine hatred for America and what it stands for, because it stands for no laws of the Most High. Take the Most High out of schools, right? Take the Most High out of education. Take the Most High out of everything. Take the Most High out of the churches, right? Don't even teach the laws of God in the churches. Don't teach who the children of Israel are. Don't teach how to properly serve God. Take the Most High out of everything and replace it with whatever you want. This place is an idolatrous place. But you're free to do that, right? And so point being, though, is that that's what Lot's wife was looking back for. The Lord don't want you looking back at that. And that goes back to what I was saying earlier. The Most High don't want you looking back at your former life like, damn, I had it better when I wasn't in the truth. A lot of people, that's when people leave the truth, that's what they look at. Nobody leaves the truth. You come into the truth, right? I'm going to back up. You come into the truth because you feel like it's better for you in here. You feel like it's better. You haven't been serving the Most High, and now you can come into the truth and serve God, right? And that your life will be better and that it's better for you, right? Spiritually. Nobody comes in here because they think that life is going to get any worse. You understand? Most of the time when people come in here, their life was already hell. But demons come on people when they decide that they want to leave the truth is because a demon came on them and told them that their previous life was better than this, right? And that's what happened to Lot's wife. A demon came on her and said, You sure you want to leave this place? Our whole family is here. You made friends here. What about Shaniqua and Patricia and Keisha? They not behind you. You're just gonna let them. You're gonna miss this place. This is where your whole life was set up at. Even though the Lord told you to go do this and this is gonna be better for you, them demons will come on you and tell you that this was better. That terrible life that you was living is better than what God has in store for you. So that's the reason why. And so once again, it's the obedience and her mindset in the turning around. So that's what it was. But just don't be like Lot's wife. I got a whole class. If y'all go back on our YouTube channel, it's if you look it up, ISUPK Arizona, don't be like Lot's wife. I think that's what it's titled. I go in depth on this, but you can go ahead and keep reading unless you had something.
I was gonna just add, like said, speaking about the demons coming on to people, them gotta check out Commander General Honda's lecture.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Demons.
Yeah, damn right, damn right.
He'll bring that out. You know what I'm saying? The moment you die is when that. General Hyman said it too. Is when that demon leaves.
Right.
That's when you regret it. Because when she looked back, it doesn't say that, but listen to General Hyman's class after Commander General Honda's lecture when he was saying that how people, when they unalive themselves, you see them fight and struggle because they realize they really don't want to do this, but that demon's already talked you into doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they fight and struggle. That's why they got the scars in their hand when they go to unalive themselves, because they're like, oh, I don't really want to do this to myself.
Yeah.
And so that demon got Lot's wife to look back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, by the time she looked back and she turned to the pillar of salt, in that moment, the demon's job is done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's got her. No, she's not a pillar of salt. She's, in all purposes, she's unalive.
Right.
And he's going on. His job is done. He's got it to disobey.
Right.
That's what everybody got to realize too. I said that you got to definitely check out Commander General Johanna's lecture on that, because it was a great breakdown. Also, General Hyman's class following that.
Yeah, you can find that lecture on Roundtable of Truth podcast on YouTube. And just look up Commander General Johanna lecture. I think it doesn't say anything about demons on the title. I think it just says a real conversation. I think that's what it says. If you look that up, you'll be able to find it on YouTube. That's what you said about demons too. A demon's job is to kill you. When you look at when Christ cast out that demon into that pig, right? Yeah. Then that legion of demons, when he cast out that legion of demons into that pig jumped off a cliff, because that's what those demons' job was, is to kill. And so that's why them demons killed that pig. You understand? So that's what a demon's job is, and that's exactly what happened to Lot's wife. She had them demons come on her, tell her, hey, what about your family? What about your friends that you made? What about the life you've created here for yourself? Although it wasn't of the Most High, those demons caused her to look back, knowing that the Most High told her, don't look back. Now they dead. Now she dead. Now those demons will jump on somebody else and make them die. That's just how they work. Let's keep reading.
Oh, God. Verse 27. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt. Verse 30.
Mm-hmm.
And Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his two daughters with him. For he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his two daughters. Verse 31. And the firstborn said unto the younger, our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come into us after the manner of all the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Come, let us make our father drink. Let us make our father drink wine.
And next week we're gonna get into this, because this is some more demons. It's a lot here. What we about to read is heinous. It's absolutely disgusting. It's unlawful, and there's something that can be learned from it. And next week we'll read it so we can have the context and understand it. But next week we'll read and understand how disgusting and terrible this was, but for reasons that you might not think about. But let's read it. Let's read the account.
Yeah. Verse 32. Come, let us make our father drink wine. We will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father.
Mm-hmm. So now it's like, what was that?
This is 32?
Yeah, no, we're reading up to 30, I think 35.
35?
No, 32. You're right. All right. So now what Lot's daughters have decided is that for some reason they believe there is no other man that's on the earth, and they believe that they should lay down with their father, and to preserve seed of their father. All right, we'll read more about that. This is where you get your Moab and your Ammon from. All right, this is the seed line that you get your Moabites and your Ammonites. It's a lot that goes into it. Obviously, Moab and Ammon were children of incest. Y'all all understand that incest produces a lot of it causes a lot of genetic impurities. All right, and we'll talk about that next. We'll talk about that next week. But there's a spiritual aspect behind it, which makes it even worse than you might have already thought that it was. Regardless, we got a lot more that we're gonna go over too next week. We'll be reading from the end of chapter 19 all the way into, I believe, the beginning of the 21st chapter of Genesis, and we'll get some more of this breakdown. Once again, all we doing, it's going to be it for today, but all we doing is just trying to make sure we go through this entire timeline, and every week I'm going to try to make sure that there's something that you could take away from each one of these classes. Although we're going in chronological order, chapter by chapter, verse by verse throughout the entire so-called Old Testament from Genesis to Malachi, I want to make sure that y'all could take away something from every single one of these classes, all right? And what y'all should understand is that I want y'all to take away this from this class today. Sodom and Gomorrah is only I'll say what it is it's an image of something that is to come. That's what Sodom and Gomorrah is, all right? The destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah is an image of what's to come, which is the destruction of Babylon, all right? Once again, when you go into the book of Revelation, you find that America, or Babylon the Great, or Mystery Babylon, is also called Sodom. And the reason why is because in the same manner that Sodom was destroyed is the same manner that America must be destroyed, all right? And you're going to have to be like Lot. Whether you have some stupid idiot wife like he had some dumb wife that decided that she wanted to go back. She wanted to look back and miss and reminisce on the life that she had built for herself in that wicked country, in that wicked city. Whether you got a terrible wife like that or you got some stupid kids, whatever the case, the Bible tells you, Paul tells you this. He says, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You can't save everybody. You can do your best. You can raise up your household to be elite, but it's still up to them. Everybody got a mind of their own. What you can do, though, is you can work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So even if you got a wife like Lot had, don't look back with her. You understand? You look forward. You follow the commandments of the Most High. You do what the Lord told you to do. You got to save your own soul alive. That's what the Bible tells you to do. That sounds selfish, but trust me, that's what the Lord told you to do. You better follow it. You understand? You'll lose yourself trying to fight for other people. Imagine if Lot would have turned around and looked for his wife. What would have happened to him? He'd have got turned into a pillar of salt too. He taught his wife well enough. She knew better. You understand? Ain't nothing you could do for nobody after that point. So you have to fight for yourself. You got to save your soul alive. The main thing that you need to understand is when Christ returns, it's gonna be crunch time. It's crunch time now, but when Christ returns, there's no more time left. That's it. It's a buzzer beater. You understand? And y'all gotta understand the type of God that we serve. He already gave you a whole lot of mercy by sending Christ to die for you, his only begotten son to die for your sins, for your mistakes. He's already done enough for you. It ain't no more second chances. Hebrew the 10th chapter tells you, after Christ come and died, there remain no more sacrifice for sin. You know what Christ died for. He died for your sin. He died so that way you could have remission of sin. So now, ain't no more second chances. You better get it right. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and close out. Prayers, I imagine. Turn, face the east. I'm going to close out with the prayers. All right, beginning with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Thundanawa, Lakam, Kayawam, Wasalakanawa, Kawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawatinawa, Wala'ah, Tabayanawa, Banasai1, Abba, Hawashai Mayan, Rakaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Wathaparat, Lime once, like a Liwalimium, Aman, in the English, the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, that will be done in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever.
So be it.
The Akak, or the power, in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Babukushai, Etananawa Hakak, Hakat Larapa'ah, Hakal Maka'ala, Hakal Madawat, Hakat Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakat Lakwayam, Hamathium, Hakat, Arakawa, Hatama'ala, Lagashan, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Waraman, in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it. The prayers to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Wayashala, Wahabayasaparyam, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Waraman, in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, bless us, and Israel, and the school, in the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Psalms the 121st chapter in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahaharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Waratazah, Ayathan, Namawat, Ragoka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazal, Al Yad, Yam Yanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayaraf, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Atnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'afka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'aita, Wa'ai, Awalam. Psalms the 121st chapter in English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yashala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth and even forevermore. All right, we're going to read Psalms, the 83rd chapter in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim.
Adam Yalaka,
Adam Yalaka.
Al Takarash,
Al Takarash.
Wa Al Tashakwat,
Wa Tashakwa.
Oh,
Oh.
Kayana,
Kayana.
Awayabika,
Awayabika.
Yamayawan,
Yamayawan.
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash.
Al Amaka,
Al-Amaka.
Yarayamwa,
Yarayamwa.
Sawadat,
Sawadat.
Wayata,
Wayata.
Yaitazawa,
Yaitazawa.
Al Tazapawanyaka,
Al Tazapawanyaka.
Amarwa,
Amaro.
Lakawa,
Nakawa.
Wanakakidam,
Nakakidam.
Magoya,
Magoya.
Wala'a,
Wala'a.
Yazakar,
Yazakar.
Sham Yashala,
Sham Yashala.
Iwada,
Iwada.
Kaya,
Kaya.
Awaitazawa,
Awaitazawa.
Laba,
Laba.
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa.
Auyaka,
Auyaka.
Maryath,
Maryath.
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa.
Ahawya,
Ahawya.
Arawam,
Adawam.
Washma Aliyam,
Washma Aliyam.
Mawa'aba,
Mawa'aba.
Wagaryam,
Wagaryam.
Gabal,
Gabal.
Wamawan,
Wamawan.
Wamalak,
Wamalak.
Palashat,
Palashat.
I'm Yeshabya,
Yeshabya.
Tazawar,
Tazawar.
Gamashawar,
Gamashawar.
Nalawa,
Nalawa.
Imam,
Imam.
Hayawa,
Hayawa.
Zarawai,
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat.
Salah,
Salah.
Ashalaham,
Ashalaham.
Kamadyan,
Kamadyan.
Kasaya,
Kasaya.
Sara'ah,
Sara'ah.
Kayabyan,
Kayabyan.
Manakal,
Manakal.
Koyashwan,
Koyashwan.
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayan,
Ayan.
Dara,
Dara.
Hayawa,
Hayawa.
Daman,
Daman.
La'arama,
La'arama.
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa.
Nada,
Nada.
Yabmawa,
Yabmawa.
Ka'ira,
Ka'ira.
Kaza'aba,
Kaza'aba.
Kazabak,
Kazabak.
Kazazar,
Kazazar.
Mana'ai,
Mana'ai.
Kal,
Kal.
Sayakamwa,
Sayakamwa.
Ashar,
Ashar.
Amarwa,
Amarwa.
Narashat,
Narashat.
Lanawa,
Lanawa.
Ath,
Ath.
Nawath,
Nawath.
Alahaya,
Alahaya.
Alahaya,
Alahaya.
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa.
Kagogala,
Kagogala.
Kakwash,
Kakwash.
Panyarakat,
Panyarakat.
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash.
Taba'ira,
Taba'ira.
Ya'ira,
Ya'ira.
Kalahaba,
Kalahaba.
Talahat,
Talahat.
Arayam,
Arayam.
Khan,
Khan.
Tharadapma,
Tharadapma.
Basa'iraka,
Basa'iraka.
Wabasa,
Wabasa.
Wapathka,
Wapathka.
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam.
Mala'a,
Mala'ah.
Panyaham,
Panyaham.
Kalawan,
Kalawan.
Wabakwashwa,
Wabakwashwa.
Shamka,
Shimka.
Yahawa,
Yahweh.
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa.
Wabahawa,
Bahawa.
Ayai,
Ayai.
Wakaparwa,
Kaparwa.
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa.
Wadaiwa,
Wayaiwa.
Kayatha,
Kayatha.
Shamka,
Shimka.
Yahawa,
Yahweh.
Labadka,
Labadka.
Ayawan,
Ayawan.
Akal,
Akal.
Ha'ratazah.
Ha'ratazah.
I'm going to read Psalms 83rd chapter in English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy
And
peace.
be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult.
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
and consulted against thy hidden
And
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
and let us set them off from being a nation.
But the name of Yashala
In the name of Yahshua,
may be no more remembrance.
and we no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee,
They are confederate against
the
thee.
tabernacles of Edom,
Tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
the Moab,
and Agarim,
and Agarim,
the Baal,
Gaul,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asur also is joined with them.
So also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They are hoping the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
as to Sisera,
As to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to
at
Jabin,
the brook of Kasan,
the river Kasan,
which perished that endured.
which perished that endure.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became a flood for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red,
And the numbers like a red.
and like Zeel.
And like the
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes as Zabah,
all their princes as Zabah,
and as Amunah,
and as
who
Amunah,
said,
who said,
Let us take to ourselves
let's take to
the
ourselves
houses of God
the houses of God
in possession.
in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God.
make them like a wheel,
Make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the soul before the
as
wind,
the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burns the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
as the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy sword.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded and troubled forever.
let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame and perish,
let them be shamed and perish.
and men may know that thou,
That they may know that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
the most high of all the earth.
at the most high of all the earth.
All right, we're going to read the blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Wa Ma'ga'ala,
Wa Ma'ga'ala,
Wa Lahayim,
Wa Lahayim,
Wa Tazabiyah,
Wa Tazabiyah,
Ala Wap Yahana,
Ala Wap Yahana,
Ala Wapyam,
Ala Wapyam,
Asaranyam,
Asaranyam,
Akota Zayanyam,
Akota Zayanyam,
Akaya Yoyam,
Akaya Yoyam,
Wa Hakwatim,
Wa Hakwatim,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Wa Shem Yahweh Shai,
By Shem Yahweh Shai,
Wa Raman.
the Waraman.
In the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohanan.
Commanding General Yohanan.
The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
All right, sorry, you can be seated. If any brother would like to hit another oil.
Did we do the Lord's Prayer?
Yeah, to begin.
I'm sure.
Any brother that would like to be anointed in the head, come up. All right. All right, so y'all know the drill. I'm gonna say this prayer up here, and then when I point to you, you say your name. We'll do that 3 times. All right. Ya baraka Yahweh, wa ya shamarka, ya ar Yahweh pan Yahweh alyaka, wa ya khanka, ya sha'a Yahweh pan Yahweh alyaka, wa ya shamlaka, shalom, Yahweh, ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, barak, rapah, magan, hagan.
Yahweh.
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 Razan.
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 Razan. By Hashem Yahweh Shai, Dawada Man. All right, what we just said in the English was Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless, heal, shield, and protect these 2 brothers. With that being said, we're going to close out with a salute. All right. Individual Amajim Shabbat. Amajim Barak. Yahweh Shai Barak. Yadim Matah. Dismiss.